Fans panic. Jin's arrival in LA ends in chaos. What really happened at the airport? Why did Jin's long-anticipated arrival in Los Angeles suddenly turn into confusion, tears, and panic? What started as a moment of celebration for ARMY around the world quickly spiraled into something no one saw coming, and now fans are demanding answers. The calm before the storm began just before noon at Los Angeles International Airport. Hundreds of fans had gathered near the international arrivals gate after a series of cryptic messages spread across fan communities hinted that Jin's plane had just touched down. Whispers of "he's really here," "it's finally happening," and "don't cry, just breathe" filled the space as banners were lifted, phones were prepared, and emotions ran high. The oldest BTS member, fresh off his military discharge, was set to begin the US leg of his Jin EP tour. A solo tour that already carried emotional weight before it even began. But no one could have predicted what came next. Instead of the usual, orderly fan greeting or the kind of well-managed airport exit typical of K-pop idols, the moment Jin appeared, everything unraveled. Screams erupted, not from excitement, but confusion. Dozens of fans surged forward, breaking through barricades. Airport security, clearly unprepared for the scale of the turnout, reacted too slowly. Within seconds, the crowd had split in two, with Jin caught in the middle, his expression visibly tense, his eyes searching for a path forward. For a moment, it seemed like he would be able to pass quietly. But the crowd grew more chaotic. Shouts in Korean, English, and Spanish overlapped. One fan fainted, another lost a shoe, and someone unknown and still unidentified reportedly shoved Jin's manager aside in an attempt to get closer to the idol. That moment, captured on shaky video, now circulates online with millions of views and thousands of captions asking the same thing. What went wrong? And why wasn't this prevented? Theories are everywhere. Some claim the time of Jin's arrival was leaked from a private staff account. Others insist the chaos was orchestrated by clout chasers who wanted to film exclusive footage. A few even speculate that Bigot underestimated the emotional intensity of Jin's solo return, assuming a smaller presence would be enough. But the most haunting speculation comes from those who were actually there. Several fans have taken to Twitter and Weverse to describe the emotional tone of the moment. Not just chaotic, but almost tragic. One fan wrote, "It was supposed to be beautiful. Instead, it felt like he was running from us." And indeed, multiple videos show Jin being rushed to a waiting car with security forming a makeshift shield around him. He never got the chance to wave. He never smiled, not even once. One frame, zoomed in and shared by a fan account, shows what looks like his hand clutching his jacket, tight, tense, as if trying to contain everything all at once. Where was the calm, the joy, the warm return that fans had prepared for? ARMY had waited nearly 2 years for this moment. After his enlistment, Jin had been the first member of BTS to enter military service and the first to return. During that time, fans followed every update, every military photo, every brief interaction. They had counted the days until his comeback. But when that long-awaited arrival finally happened, the moment cracked under the pressure of too much expectation and not enough protection. The emotional aftermath has been brutal. Thousands of fans are posting apologies online. "I'm sorry, Jin" is now trending in multiple languages. Fan bases are scrambling to contact Bigot to demand better preparation for his next public appearance. Others are asking the company to clarify what happened, and whether Jin is okay. So far, there has been no official statement from Bigot Music. That silence only fuels the uncertainty. Is Jin safe? Was he injured? Will this affect the start of his tour? One thing is clear. This was not how it was supposed to happen. What makes this incident even more heartbreaking is the contrast it paints with Jin's intentions. His journey to LA was never meant to be dramatic. Earlier this week, he had posted a message to fans saying, "Let's meet soon with smiles." That smile never came, not because he didn't want to, but because the situation denied him the space to offer it. Observers note that Jin had already arrived at the airport in Seoul without fanfare. He wore a simple black jacket and cap, carrying no signs of a celebrity presence. His solo travel was meant to reflect humility and quiet strength. But upon arriving in LA, that dignity was disrupted by chaos that could have been avoided. Fans present at the scene now describe feelings of guilt and regret. "We came to show love," said one emotional ARMY member in a fan interview, "but it felt like we overwhelmed him instead." It's worth asking, why did this happen to him? Specifically, Jin has always been known as the member who keeps calm under pressure. He is the one who jokes to ease tension, who steps back so others can shine, who never asks for the spotlight but always deserves it. That's what made this moment so painful for fans, because Jin deserved better. He deserved a peaceful arrival, a smiling welcome, a dignified walk to his next chapter. Instead, he got panic. And yet, knowing Jin, he may never speak publicly about what happened. He may smile again soon and move forward as if nothing was wrong. But ARMY will remember. And they will carry this memory with them as a reminder that fan love must also be respectful love, that admiration without boundaries can quickly become suffocating. The coming days will be critical. As the Runseekjin EP tour prepares to kick off in Los Angeles, all eyes are on Jin's first appearance. Will he address what happened? Will he be surrounded by better protection? Will we see that smile return? Some fans are now calling for an official fan event, something safe, structured, and meaningful to replace what was lost at the airport. Others are planning silent tributes at his concert venues. One thing is certain, ARMY will do everything possible to make it right, because this isn't just about a chaotic moment. It's about a man who gave years of his life to bring joy to others, only to be met with confusion in a moment that should have been pure celebration. The question remains, what will Jin do next? Will this incident change how he connects with fans in public spaces? Will it alter the tone of his tour? Will he express disappointment? Or will he simply keep moving forward as he always has, quietly, gracefully, with strength? In the silence that followed his departure from the airport, one fan captured a final frame. Jin, seated in the car, head turned away, but hand slightly lifted. A wave, a gesture of understanding, or simply a goodbye, no one knows. And maybe that's the hardest part. But if there's one thing ARMY knows for certain, it's this. They will be waiting, not at crowded airports, not in disorganized masses, but where it truly matters. In the music, in the concert halls, in the quiet spaces where Jin's voice can finally be heard without being drowned out. This story, chaotic as it began, is far from over. And when Jin finally steps on stage in LA to open his tour, the world will be watching, listening, and, this time, ready to simply let him be.